Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome if you're new. Today is the update for my project Level Up. So Project Level Up was created by 𝓮𝓂𝓮𝓼. She's linked down below, as well as everything you need to know about this project. Brief explanation. I think by now everyone knows what Project Level Up is, but if you're new, if you haven't heard of it, you have a palette for each level. You either randomize it or pick it. I randomized 3 and then I pick one. And for level 1, you use all of the shadows in your palette once and try to hit one pan. For level 2, you use every shadow twice and try to hit 2 pans, and so on and so forth. So I was working on my Beauty Bay Jumbo palette. I've been working on this for 2 months now. This palette has 6 shadows. I had already completed my usage goal last time, but I just needed to hit my pan, and I am happy to report back to you with a pan in that light blue shadow. So this palette is completed. I'm also happy that this finally has a pan, so it looks a little bit loved. It took me 4 extra uses to hit pan. I really thought it was going to take me over 10 extra uses to hit pan, but oh well. 4 uses. I have just been using the shadow as a lower lash line color, paired it with my ColourPop Prince Creme Gel liner. It looked lovely. It's not quite the same shade as Prince is, but it was fine. I would top it with a blue shimmer and call it a day. So it was easy enough to use that shadow. So we've completed level 1, and now is the dreaded moment to roll 3 eyeshadow palettes and pick one. I have all of them in this wheel. Sorry for the reflection. I have blocked out the Viseart Peach Quad because all of those shadows in there already have pans, so that wouldn't work for this project. So let's go and roll 3. First one, my 𝓮𝓂𝓮𝓼 singles, okay? Next, ColourPop Aha Honey, and then I'll have to check what shadows are in that palette because I've moved my ColourPop shadows around, so I don't think I'll be using that one. If it was just the original Aha Honey, I would have loved it, but... And my Beauty Bay singles. Okay, so I'm gonna pick all these palettes out of my collection and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found the 3 palettes. This is the Aha Honey. It's the packaging, but this is what is in there. This was just the overflow of my ColourPop singles, and I felt like I couldn't really put it in any other palette, so I just stuck them in here. We're not going to be working on that. This is boring and makes no sense, so we're gonna move over. And then I have my Beauty Bay singles, so those are in here. I have depotted some of my Beauty Bay palettes and pressed them into these singles. So we have 4 shadows from the 9-pan Midnight palette. These 2 come from the 9-pan Berries palette, and then these 3 come from the Nikki Tutorials palette. They are very full, these pans. I don't know if I want to be working on this. But then the other option is my 𝓮𝓂𝓮𝓼 singles. Can you see? I stored this palette this way up in a box, and the sun hits the top of it. So this color looks a little bit weird, but that's what that is. These are my 𝓮𝓂𝓮𝓼 singles. They come from 3 different palettes. I depotted them, decluttered some, and this is what we're left with. These pans are deep. I have quite a few pans already. I honestly think this is gonna be my best bet. Like, I do love the Beauty Bay colors. I don't know if I want to be working on those. It would be easier though, because this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 shadows, and this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 shadows to use. What to do. So I have quite a few purples in my Pan Those eyeshadows at the moment. So that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. The Beauty Bay singles, because there's some pinks and purples. I think I'm gonna do this one. I might regret it, but let's do this one. So use all of the shadows twice and hit 2 pans. We have no pans in here yet. This blue shimmer is reserved for Pan Those eyeshadows. That is my husband's pick for a prompt that I still need to roll, so we're not going to be hitting pan the blue. But the other ones, and I think it's going to be shimmer, although I do love this lilac-y matte shadow, so it could also be that one. But yeah, we shall see. This is going to be my new level 2 palette. Very excited. This was a short and sweet update. Sometimes the decision for what palette to do is a lot more difficult than it was today. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, that was all. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will hopefully see you in one of my next videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.